Hi, folks, and welcome to the workshop on how to use AI. It is an interactive workshop for financial literacy. We're here today to talk to the group and provide a little bit of knowledge on financial literacy and an opportunity to be able to sit down and work through with some folks, whether you're virtual or in person, on some questions related to some of the financial literacy topics. So we're going to go ahead and work through the slides. The slides only take a couple minutes. It really is an overview and a reminder of some of the steps, whether it be safety, when working with AI, artificial intelligence, and applications. So let's get started. So this is a workshop that is being presented by the Brain Injury Association of Waterloo-Wellington, and it is from a grant from the Ontario Trillium Foundation. So they've provided some funding to be able to put on these workshops, and so this is one of a number of them that have happened in the last couple months. So today's workshop is going to focus on an overview of financial literacy. It's going to look at what are some of the topics or groups within financial literacy and how you can apply artificial intelligence, AI. It's also going to review some of the steps to start using AI. It's going to look at safety, and we're going to talk about some of the project areas or ideas that you can start digging into. So what is financial literacy? So it is the ability to understand and make good choices with money. Okay, so we all have funds that come in, and we need to look at where that money is going, how it's being used, and a lot of us need to plan for our future. So financial literacy is looking at budgeting, knowing how much money you have and planning how to spend it. It also looks at the subtopic of investing. So learning how to potentially grow your money over a period of time, whether it's a short-term solution or a long-term investment opportunity. Financial literacy also looks at our expenses, how we keep track of it, how we keep track of spending, so that we can ensure that funds that we have coming in don't run out and last over a period of time. Okay, so just a reminder that AI, artificial intelligence, is here to help us, but we still need to be the person or the individuals that are providing the information. Okay, so we want to be mindful of what information we provide. Okay, so moving on in the slides, we see that financial literacy and AI looks at a few different topics. So within the topics of budgeting, within the topic of investing, we also can look at how we can apply the two things. Online banking tools, what type of applications within our budgets that we want to set. Do we want to set parameters? Do we want to say, hey, I only want to spend 50% of this particular income on this particular topic? We can ask AI or use AI to learn about investing. That's one that comes up quite often, where people want to know what type of investment opportunities are there in the province or in federally or globally. What are high risk, low risk, medium risk? Who do I ask about this? Those are ways we can use AI. And we can also use AI to create budgets to help us save and plan for our future. And we can also use AI to help compare information. So if we want to compare what the interest rates between one bank and another are, we can utilize AI in that way. This is a review of some of the steps to start using AI. It's one of the things that we go to so that we can follow a regular pattern when we're utilizing some of the apps. So we've put it back here again where we choose the type of task we'd like to work on. We look to see what AI application might be a best fit, whether it's a Google search engine, whether it's generative AI, whether it's ChatGPT or other. And then we look at where the prompt box is and ask our question. Okay. Sometimes we ask a question and we look over the answer that it gives us and we're not quite happy with it, or maybe we want to modify it. And this is when we have the opportunity to re ask a question, change our question to try to get the response that meets our specific needs. The next step is to save your results to make sure that you have the information for later so that you can go back to it. So if you're working on something related to a budget you've created or questions on investment that you want to bring to a financial advisor, you have it there at the ready. Okay. And you can do this over and over again as many times as you want. Some tips that we always put up when using AI is to try to be specific. Add context to your question. Ask follow up questions to build on the responses that you started, and revise. You can ask or give prompts to whatever AI application you're using to simplify or rephrase or expand on the answer. What we always want to make sure is that we're safe while using any of the applications online, that we're not sharing personal information. We want to protect our private information. We want to be cautious how we're saving, that we're not giving detailed information, especially when we're dealing with finances in this particular workshop or financial literacy, that we're not giving away, say, information on banking accounts, on addresses, things like that. We can ask AI to build a budget, but we don't want to give them what bank we're using and what checking account number we have. Okay, so just remember when you are asking questions through the applications that you remain safe and secure and protect your private and personal information. Okay, so this is the time where we get to take a look at the different questions. If there's folks that want to look at different applications and how you can compare financial information, how you can see which bank offers the best interest rates, where if you have technology like your cell phone, if you want to see what apps you can download to help you with budgets or allow you to export, say, receipts from spending into charts for banking or for tax purposes. Okay, so we'll take the time to do that, and we'll break into other rooms. And this particular workshop will be available online. Thank you very much. And we are going to stop recording.